Nobody believed this motorcycle would ever run again. Not the people who abandoned it, not the neighbors who walked past it for years, and definitely not the guy who sold it to us for almost nothing. Because when we first saw it, this machine looked completely finished. The fuel tank was rusted through, the seat had collapsed into the frame, the engine was covered in oil, dirt, and corrosion thick enough to hide the original metal underneath. Even the handlebars barely moved. It honestly looked less like a motorcycle and more like something dragged out of a swamp. But hidden under all that damage was a machine waiting for one more chance. And today, we're going to bring it back to life. So grab a seat, because this restoration gets absolutely insane by the end. The motorcycle had apparently been sitting untouched for years behind an old storage building. Rain, heat, dust, and time had destroyed almost everything visible from the outside. Plants were growing around the wheels, and one side of the bike had sunk slightly into the dirt. The tires were completely flat. The chain was frozen solid, and when we tried rolling it forward, both brakes locked instantly. This thing wasn't just old, it was dead. Loading it onto the trailer took nearly an hour because the wheels refused to move. Every few feet, another rusted part would crack loose and fall onto the ground. At one point, we honestly questioned whether the frame itself would survive the trip back to the workshop. But somehow, we got it home. And that's when the real work started. Under proper lighting, the damage looked even worse than before. The paint had faded into uneven patches of dull metal and rust. Every chrome piece was heavily pitted. The wiring looked brittle enough to crumble by hand. Even the exhaust had holes eaten through from corrosion. But restoration isn't about focusing on what's ruined. It's about seeing what can still be saved. And surprisingly, once we inspected the motorcycle closely, the core structure still had potential. The frame looked straight, the engine cases weren't cracked, most importantly, the engine still turned slightly by hand. That tiny movement changed everything, because it meant this motorcycle still had a heartbeat. The teardown began immediately. Every bolt fought us like it had no intention of leaving the bike. Some snapped instantly from years of rust, others needed heat, penetrating oil, and pure stubbornness just to move a few millimeters. There's something strangely satisfying about disassembling an old motorcycle though. With every removed part, you uncover more of its history. Old scratches on the tank, handmade modifications from previous owners, faded stickers hidden beneath dirt. Signs that this machine once mattered to somebody, and now it mattered to us. The engine became the biggest priority. If the engine was destroyed internally, the entire project could turn into a nightmare. So after hours of careful disassembly, we finally opened it up. Honestly, we expected disaster. Instead, we found something surprising. Yes, everything was filthy. Thick carbon buildup coated the piston and valves. Old oil had turned into black sludge inside the crankcase. The gaskets had practically fused themselves to the metal surfaces. But underneath all that grime, the internal components looked usable. Not perfect, but savable, and that's all we needed. For the next several days, the workshop looked like absolute chaos. Parts covered every table, bolts were sorted into labeled containers, dirty engine pieces soaked in cleaning solution overnight, while other components were sanded and polished by hand. Restoration work is nowhere near as glamorous as people think. Most of it is patience. Hours and hours of cleaning, scrubbing, sanding, and repeating the same process over and over until tiny improvements finally become visible. But once clean metal starts appearing beneath years of corrosion, it becomes addictive. The frame restoration was one of the most satisfying stages of the entire project. After stripping everything down completely, we inspected every weld and mounting point carefully. Amazingly, despite years of neglect, the frame remained solid. Surface rust covered almost everything, but structurally, it was still strong. So we moved forward with sandblasting. Watching decades of rust disappear felt unreal. Underneath all that damage was a clean, solid motorcycle frame just waiting to be reborn. Once the blasting was finished, we sprayed fresh primer and paint, and suddenly the entire project started feeling real. For the first time since dragging it out of the dirt, this motorcycle actually looked like something worth saving. That moment changes your motivation completely. You stop seeing a pile of broken parts. Now you see the final machine starting to emerge. The wheels needed almost complete rebuilding. New bearings, new seals, fresh tires. The original rubber was so dry rotted it cracked apart while being removed. Even the rims needed hours of polishing before they became usable again. The suspension wasn't much better. Fork seals leaked everywhere, and years of grime had turned the rear shocks into rust-covered blocks of metal. Rebuilding them took time, but once cleaned and restored, the difference was unbelievable. Little by little, the motorcycle started looking alive again. One of the hardest parts of any restoration is wiring. Old motorcycle wiring becomes incredibly fragile over time. Insulation cracks, connectors corrode, and previous owners usually leave behind terrible repairs. This bike was no exception. Random wires were twisted together with electrical tape, and several sections looked like they had nearly caught fire at some point. So instead of risking future problems, we rebuilt large sections of the electrical system from scratch. It took forever, but hearing every light, switch, and gauge finally work properly again made the effort worth it. Then came the engine rebuild. This stage always feels like surgery. Every internal component had to be cleaned, inspected, measured, and carefully reassembled. We replaced seals, refreshed worn parts, cleaned oil passages, and polished surfaces that hadn't seen daylight in years. There's something deeply satisfying about rebuilding an old motorcycle engine. Piece by piece, the machine slowly regains its identity. The crankshaft goes in, then the transmission, then the piston, then the cylinder head, until eventually, what started as boxes of dirty metal becomes a real engine again. And every restoration project builds toward one terrifying moment: the first startup. No matter how experienced you are, that moment never stops being stressful. Weeks of work can either come together perfectly or fail instantly. Once the rebuilt engine was mounted back into the frame, we connected the fuel system, installed fresh oil, checked compression, and carefully inspected every connection multiple times. Then came the silence, the kind where everyone in the workshop stops talking. We turned the key, pressed the starter. Nothing, just silence. Second attempt. A weak cough from the engine, then nothing again. At that point, your brain immediately starts imagining every possible mistake you could have made during assembly. Bad timing, fuel issue, electrical problem, compression leak, anything. So we double-checked everything again, adjusted fuel flow slightly, tightened one loose connector, then we tried one more time. The engine sputtered violently. A cloud of smoke exploded from the exhaust. Then suddenly, it started running. Rough at first, uneven idle, smoke pouring everywhere as years of residue burned away inside the engine. But none of that mattered, because after sitting abandoned for years, this motorcycle was alive again. And honestly, moments like that are why people become obsessed with motorcycle restoration. You're not just fixing metal, you're resurrecting something people already gave up on. If you enjoy seeing forgotten motorcycles come back to life like this, make sure to follow the channel because we've got even crazier restoration projects coming soon. Once the engine finally ran properly, we focused on the final details. Fresh seat upholstery completely transformed the appearance of the bike. The old collapsed foam was replaced with new material and cleaner stitching that matched the restored look perfectly. Then came endless polishing. Every metal surface needed attention. Handlebars, engine covers, exhaust pieces, brackets, levers, everything had to shine again. Tiny details most people would never notice individually somehow make the biggest difference once the motorcycle is complete. And slowly, the transformation became unbelievable. It was hard to accept that this beautiful machine was the same rusted wreck we pulled from behind that abandoned building. Now, it looked ready for the open road again. But there was still one final test left. The ride. We rolled the motorcycle outside early in the morning while the streets were still quiet. Sunlight reflected off the fresh paint and polished metal. The engine idled smoothly with a deep, steady rumble that sounded completely different from the broken machine we started with. For a moment, everyone just stood there looking at it. Because after weeks of frustration, setbacks, and endless work, this was the payoff. The rider climbed on carefully, pulled in the clutch, shifted into first gear. and slowly rolled forward. No strange noises, no leaks, no smoke, just smooth movement. Then the throttle opened, and the motorcycle finally returned to doing what it was built for, riding. The sound of that engine echoing down the road honestly gave us chills. Not because it was the rarest motorcycle ever made or the fastest machine on earth, but because we knew where it started. Most people saw a hopeless pile of rust. We saw potential. And now, after countless hours of rebuilding, cleaning, repairing, and refusing to quit, that forgotten motorcycle was back where it belonged, on the road. Thanks for watching this full motorcycle restoration journey. If you enjoyed seeing this old machine come back to life, follow the channel and stick around because the next abandoned motorcycle project might be even crazier than this one. See you in the next restoration.